701 horsepower, 2.4 seconds to 60 miles per hour, a Nürburgring lap time that makes purpose-built track cars nervous. And it still has a backseat. Ladies and gentlemen, Porsche just looked at the laws of physics, smirked, and hit launch control anyway, because the 2027 Porsche 911 Turbo S is here, and it is absolutely not playing around. Before we dive in, let's get the model year sorted. What Porsche is selling as the 2027 911 Turbo S is the 1992.2 generation, the same car that debuted as a 2026 model at the Munich Auto Show in September 2025. Same machine, same mind-bending specs, fresh plates. So when we say 2027 Turbo S, we're talking about the newest, most evolved, most terrifying road-legal 911 Porsche has ever bolted together. Let's break it down beat by beat. Buckle up. Picture this. You're sitting at a red light. The car next to you revs. The light turns green. And before that other driver has processed what happened, you are already 100 yards down the road. The flat six howling behind your ears. Your face somewhere in the headrest. That is what this car does for a living. So let's start with the powertrain, the reason your savings account just got nervous. The 992.2 Turbo S packs a 3.6-liter boxer engine augmented by Porsche's lightweight T-hybrid technology. The hybrid system adds 61 PS, 60 horsepower, on top of what the combustion engine produces alone. The result? 701 horsepower total, a 61 HP jump over its predecessor, 701 horsepower in a car that weighs roughly as much as a well-fed family SUV. That is not a spec sheet. That is a threat. And this is not some lazy plug-in hybrid where Porsche slapped a battery on the side and called it innovation. This is a self-charging system using exhaust heat recuperation to generate electric power, technology echoing Porsche's 911 hybrid Le Mans racer. You're not buying a car, you're buying a filtered-down race weapon. Now here's where it gets genuinely clever. The e-turbos, the 992.2 Turbo S, runs 2 electric exhaust gas turbochargers, whose turbine and compressor were specifically designed for this car. Each e-turbo has a motor on the shaft linking turbine to compressor, spooling the turbo almost instantly. Turbo lag, that old enemy, that tiny pause between your right foot and reality, is basically extinct. It's the automotive equivalent of getting a reply before you finish typing. The electric motor is integrated directly within the PDK housing, providing seamless torque away fill. Maximum torque of 800 Nm is available across an enormous 300 to 600 RPM band. That is not a power band, that is a power continent. Now let's put that in perspective against the outgoing car. The 992.1 Turbo S made 641 HP, 590 lb-ft, hit 60 in 2.6 seconds, and topped out at 205 mph. That was already a car that made supercars look slow. Porsche looked at it and thought, not enough. The 992.2 hit 60 in 2.4 seconds, 0.2 quicker. 0.2 doesn't sound like much until you feel the difference between that was fast and what just happened to 124 km/h. The new car gets there in 8.4 seconds, half a second faster than before. At 124 miles per hour, half a second is a different car, but the number that really puts this in context is a lap time. At the Nürburgring Nordschleife, Porsche development driver Jörg Bergmeister set a 7:03.92, a staggering 14 seconds off the previous Turbo S's 7:17.3, 14 seconds on the Nürburgring, where shaving 0.2 is a serious engineering achievement. That's not an improvement, that's a demolition. And the car was on standard production Pirelli P0R, N-spec tires, not slicks, not cheats. Just the tires you'd drive home on. Bergmeister himself said, "You don't feel the weight gain. On the contrary, the car is much more agile, has more grip, and is significantly faster than its predecessor in all relevant sections of the track." The man drove it to a 7:03 and said it felt lighter. If that doesn't sell you, nothing will. Yes, the weight. The hybrid elements add 180 lbs, bringing the total to 829 lbs. But as the Nürburgring lap very loudly confirms, that weight has been more than compensated for in every area relevant to driving dynamics. Think of it as carrying one extra passenger, one who apparently makes you 14 seconds faster. Bring them everywhere. Now the design. The 992.2 follows Porsche's philosophy of constant, subtle evolution. The wide-body stance is retained, but with meaningful refinements. The front track is wider, Active, vertically arranged cooling air flaps in the redesigned front fascia open and close to manage cooling and aerodynamic drag dynamically. The headlights handle all forward lighting. No more LED strips in the grills. Out back, a chunkier rear bumper makes the car look even wider, with new rectangular exhaust tips replacing the old quad setup. New Turbonite accents, exclusive to turbo models, finish the rear badging, Porsche crest, and wheel center locks. Subtle, dark, menacing. Like the car itself, it doesn't need to shout. It just needs to show up. The aerodynamic system was rebuilt from the ground up. Active front air flaps, an active front diffuser, an adjustable front spoiler lip, and an extendable tilting rear wing all work as one intelligent system. In its most efficient position, the drag coefficient drops by up to 10% versus the previous model, helping it reach 200 mph with less effort and more stability. In wet mode, the front diffuser's close to shield the brake discs from water spray. Porsche used the aerodynamics to protect the brakes. That's the kind of detail that keeps you staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., thinking about a car you can't afford. Speaking of brakes, at 701 horsepower and 200 mph, you need to talk about brakes. The Porsche ceramic composite brake system is standard, with new pads that improve both performance and pedal feel. Rear disc diameter grows from 320 mm to 410 mm. The fronts use 420 mm discs, the largest PCCB system Porsche has ever fitted to a two-door model. Because at 200 mm, almost stopped, is not good enough. The chassis runs electro-hydraulically controlled Porsche Dynamic Chassis Control as standard, powered by the 400-volt electrical system. It minimizes body roll, pitch, and dive under acceleration, cornering, and braking, eliminating the need for traditional roll bars while improving everyday comfort and enabling a rapid nose lift system. Inside, a fully digital center console pairs with a digital speedometer and new hybrid performance displays, active suspension management, Porsche torque vectoring, ceramic composite brakes with yellow calipers, and four-wheel steering are all standard. A 10.9-inch touchscreen with wireless device mirroring and voice control handles navigation and multimedia. The Bose surround sound system comes standard because even at 200 mph, Porsche wants your playlist to sound good. Now, the price. The 2017 Turbo S starts at $272,650, over $30,000 more than the outgoing model's $238,700. But consider what you're getting. The most powerful production 911 ever built, Le Mans-derived hybrid technology, the largest ceramic brakes ever fitted to a two-door Porsche, a 7.003 Nürburgring lap, and a 0-60 that makes supercars flinch. At this level, the price isn't just for the car, it's for the engineering, the obsession, the decades of iteration that produce something this extraordinary. Every generation of the 911 Turbo S has had to answer the same impossible question: how do you improve on perfection? The 992.1 answered with raw, screaming 641 horsepower confidence. The 992.2 answers with intelligence, electrification that makes power more immediate, the chassis more planted, and the lap times frankly embarrassing for anything else wearing a daily driver badge. It borders on the absurd, planting itself firmly in hypercar territory while remaining a car you could use every single day. That is the 911 Turbo S's magic trick. That has always been its magic trick. And in this generation, Porsche has performed it better than ever before. If you made it this far, you clearly love this car as much as we do. So hit subscribe, drop your hottest take in the comments. Is 701 horsepower enough, or do you need more? And share this with every Porsche fan you know. We'll see you in the next one. Don't be late. The Turbo S certainly won't be.